we'll get all these links up and going. So we should be live any moment. All right. Hey, everybody. It's Jason Blaha here. Just getting my morning cardio done. We did about 55 minutes on the run this morning, cleared just over 5 miles. I did that barefoot, but now we're going to get a little bit more cardio in, do a little bit of live streaming. I'm going to triple stream here. So I'm on all my platforms at the same time. I'm on YouTube, on the Facebook fitness page, and we are on my Facebook profile, right? So it should be entertainment for everybody, right? Entertainment for everybody. So hopefully we'll get plenty of people in here. Let me get the wish list pinned up here. I got some protein the other day from it. I put the picture up. So yeah, that's why I do the wish list, man. Fans and supporters grab stuff off there. It's all fitness related at this point, although some of it's shaving and, shoes and whatever, man. It's all good. But there's protein powder, coffee, vitamins. That's what I do. That's why I put it up there. Is what it is. What else we have? Do I need to put this into the community tab? I think we need to go to the community tab to make sure that it appears in everyone's Facebook feed. That seems to help get it in the feeds. As you guys see in the title, so that people don't need to ask, yes, I am down to 209 today. So we finally saw the scale. I said it would happen this week. As soon as I removed the extra healthy fats I've been adding in to accommodate all the running, right? All right, post that in the community tab so everyone knows that we're live. That'll get more people in. And yeah. All right, but pretty good run this morning. Happy with all of that. So the run went good. Do we have anybody on Facebook yet? No, not many people yet. The run had good views. It cleared over 500 views, so that went good. So we'll see if these streams do well. But you know what? We're just going to triple dip in everything, and we'll see if it works out well, right? We'll have, whoever comes in, come in. But I think with everything kind of triple dipping, that'll put us in a good spot, right? Should hopefully get some decent overall views. But that's the idea. That's why when I stream, I like to do everything, right? We do everything. And the reason for that is it'll get the views somewhere, one place or another. Right, one way or another, we will get the views. Because that's the interesting thing with the Facebook fitness page. It'll get hundreds or thousands of views later. But I am also on my profile. I figure since I've got all these different platforms, I'm going to get on the cardio and stream. I've got the computer going, got the phones going. I'll just stream everywhere. The only place I don't stream is Instagram, mainly because they don't monetize my streams there yet. So, all right, YouTube, there we go. Dingleberry, we're in there. What do you mean you thought I was 28, not 48, Dingleberry? How old are you? You keep calling me young man. No, dude, I'm 48. I turned 49 later this year in December. So we're like 4 months away from 49, and then we work towards the 50. So you've been calling me young man. I'm 11 years older than you. I'm thinking you're like 60 years old calling me that. Cool, man. Good stuff, Dingleberry. So let's stick with fitness stuff, though, dude. So by the way, you do go off topic a lot when you come in these, and that's okay. Just be aware you're on my YouTube. It's fitness only, right? It is fitness only. All right, what did Ted send? Sending his stuff from his lifeguard days. Ted, I'm going to stream. Ted tends to come through the lives. All right, so Dingleberry, hit the like button too, by the way. You're commenting, but you didn't hit like. Just squatted 200 pounds for 5, 3 sets. Had a lot of hip shift in the left during the things. The sets, is that okay? I don't think hip shift is as big of a deal as people make it out to be. Keep getting stronger. It will correct itself with time. I hope, is RFK officially carnivore? I hope not. That's just ridiculous. Like, I love the idea of Maha, but it's kind of turned into a bunch of nonsense at this point, unfortunately. It's turning into a lot of nonsense that I really can't support. Big Richard says, got to get thicker. No, we don't need to get much thicker, dude. I need to get leaner, just leaner and stronger and fitter. Keep running, right? Squat 500 pounds and have a good 5K time. That's what we need, right? That's what we need. That's what he said. We got fooled. Yeah, we definitely got fooled on that one, unfortunately. Because there's nothing healthy about a lot of what's being promoted. I mean, some of it is, but it's such minor stuff. Food dyes. Like, dude, get rid of refined sugar. Get rid of fried foods. Get rid of all that junk before you start worrying about food dyes. Come on, people. I mean, again, you got to worry about what's actually important. You know, and they're really not. Let's see. All right. Fermented foods like sauerkraut and kimchi are great. Why? I don't see what the benefits are really over just the vegetables they're already made out of. All right. Why are you talking politics? Dingleberry, I'm going to need to put you in timeout and keep talking politics. Your political discussion literally hurts my algorithm of the fitness channel, like just your keywords. So I'm going to need to, I'm going to need you to stop doing that, or I'm going to need to put you in timeout for a day. Thank you. Yeah, I think the idea of fermented foods is actually overrated. Like, I'm not saying they're bad, but there's nothing better that they have over just eating some basic vegetables. Coach putting BTA on them. There we go. Afternoon, Coach. What's up, Lars? Yeah, Steve, that's the problem. I really wanted to support Blaha, but I was really turned off by the beef tallow ice, which, again, I agree. And now it's all American fast food chains. This is insane. Okay. And the reason I say that, I'm not saying we should be frying foods in seed oils. Let me be clear. That's going to make you a fat ass. Okay. That is going to make you a fat ass. We all know this. Shouldn't be frying foods in anything. However, if we're literally going to talk about inflammation, cardiovascular disease, beef tallow is measurably, objectively worse. Like, that's not even in question. Right? That's not even in question. Right? There's zero doubt about that. The evidence for that is pretty overwhelming. So, so this whole beef tallow thing is just ludicrous. And it's like anyone who says, I don't believe that, I will go do some basic research. Go look at actual scientific data. Right? It's not even in question. Pauline Norden, nice to meet you. Glad to see you in here, Pauline. First person to comment on Facebook. I'm streaming in YouTube and Facebook also. So I'm actually triple streaming on all my platforms. The Facebook lives don't get a lot of views. My YouTube does. But I'm streaming on everything all at once. I'm answering questions. But yeah, nice to meet you too, Pauline. Is that the real Pauline Norden, or is it just someone using her name? Let me look and see. Is that unofficial? Because I actually know who you are, Pauline. So I'll follow you back. Now, I'm actually somewhat familiar with your work way back in the day. Yeah, cool. I'll follow her back. Cool. Yep. Just put out a lot of fitness content back then. All right, let's hop back over to YouTube. It's like their intentions are good, but they seem to have no actual medical background, which is disappointing with our. I agree with that, Steve. And that's kind of the point, very much the point. And again, I'm one of those, I'm not telling people to cook with seed oils. We shouldn't be cooking with added fats in general. But the whole beef tallow thing, again, is just insane. You're just taking pretty much an emulsified, saturated fat, and you're just going to cook with it at high temperatures and just add extra saturated fat calories to food. How about we just stop frying foods? You know, like people talking about French fries. Hey, potatoes are great. I eat lots of potatoes. I love potatoes. Potatoes are an amazing health food. All right, root vegetables in general are a great food, but as soon as you start frying them in anything, this is a problem. And again, they're ignoring all the data. Pineapple Lee says, "Are you pressing grapes into wine with your feet?" No, dude. I'm on my bike. I already ran. I ran over 5 miles on camera this morning. This is just getting a little listen on my bike. No, I don't drink wine. We're on the sober channel and sober page. It's been 6.5 years since my last drink. I hold a fairly negative view of alcohol. All right. Dingleberry says, what on upper body gets bigger due to squats? A lot of your back, your erectors, traps, core musculature. And yeah, they can put muscle on your abdominals, which you want, right? You do want your abs and everything to get more muscular. Hey, Jason, happy Tuesday. Appreciate it. Love potatoes too. Eating a kilogram a day actually gets stuff, man. Beef tallow is one of the beef shreds. Yeah, liquid saturated fat. There you go. What's your thoughts on Chico training? Seems like a lot of volume. So here's what the thing with a lot of the Russian squat programs. I'm going to kind of agree with winning. I'm going to agree with winning on all the Russian squat programs that Boris Shaiko and all these people put out. I think it is literally being done to troll Westerners. It is totally being done to troll us, all the stuff they put out. I don't think they actually do any of those programs. They put it out, they get it translated to English, and they're doing it to literally troll us. That I agree with Matt Winning on that, because Matt Winning has said that. Hey, Merrick, I appreciate the Facebook. I know you always hop over when I'm double streaming. Alex says, use your program to make my first gains like 15 years ago. Crazy, you're still doing this. Yep, we're still doing it, baby. Yeah, that first one that got published, dude, tens of thousands of people ran it because it got published in Muscle and Strength. Be shred is Vitali, right? Alex says, all the best. Dingleberry, do squats and deadlifts build the base just of your abs when you cut eventually you can see your abs? Well, you're going to see your abs anyways, but building them bigger and stronger is a good thing. And yes, big standing structural exercises will help. Am I saying you don't need any ab work? No, I love hanging leg raises actually. But you're going to get some of your base from there. Federico said, Coach, I've been noticing that if I protein, I don't know what that means. Could you put that in English to 2.5 grams per pound of body weight? I lose weight. Well, yeah. We know that. Look at the data we have on look at the data that we have on protein overfeeding. Do you bake most of your food? No, I bake my meat. I have the Instapot going right now. Okay, in my Instapot at this moment, I have brown rice, sweet potato, kidney beans, chicken breast. Now, the chicken breast was oven baked and seasoned previously. I'll probably do some protein and stuff later too. And I'll put a bunch of vegetables. I'll probably throw peppers and spinach and everything on top of the rice dish later. Dingleberry says, because I've gotten very light in the past and never had abs and had to cut way down to anorexic just to see them. I didn't know, but that meant you were still too fat to see your abs. If you lose enough body fat, you will have visible abs. So that meant even really skinny, you still had too much fat. You were just skinny because you had no muscle. Our band pull aparts good before bench. Yeah, they can help warm the shoulders up a little bit. If you need them, they're not a bad idea. Since I tend to squat before I bench anyways, I don't worry about it. These days, I just jump straight into the bench. A couple reps with the empty bar, then start loading plates. All right. our band pull apart is this, Kay. Life Coach, appreciate it. Sam, any stress management tips? Right? No, I don't have stress management tips for you. I would need to work with you one-on-one for that. All right. Okay. Can someone become leaner after gaining muscle? You don't think that's kind of a silly question? Let's rethink that. Let's just drop all the other qualifiers and go, can people become leaner? Yes, unless you are so lean that you're going to die if you lose another pound of body fat, you can become leaner. Are you moving around so much, Coach? Because I'm riding on a bike. I'm on my desk bike live streaming. I think low back health is the most integral thing for gains all around. Core health. I mean, why wouldn't your low back be healthy though? Coach, we're going out to eat Italian or Thai, you get to choose. Health-wise, Thai is probably going to be a better choice. Excellent. Thai it is. There you go. All right. Probably enough for the profile. It doesn't get as many views anyways. But let's me make a reel. Oops, it did not because I messed up. Hit the wrong button. It doesn't get to make a reel. Why did you remove your comment? I didn't. Do I need to? Do I need to block you or something? Hey, Dingleberry. I don't know why you keep going off topic. I'm going to go ahead and put you in timeout. It really isn't that hard for you to, not keep mentioning sexual stuff. I know. I think I need to put you in timeout anyways, honestly, because you can't seem to control yourself no matter what I tell you. So I'm going to put you in timeout just for half an hour because you were warned. Okay. Right? I mean, I've warned you multiple times. Okay. Nanny Rish, I don't know what comment you're talking about. To my knowledge, your comments are not removed. Coach, bulking into abs is actually a thing, especially with the protein overfeeding. It's not really bulking, though. You said you lost weight with protein overfeeding, which most people do. So how are you bulking? Carol, Jason, if someone lost weight, including muscle because of health problems, is it better to calculate calories and protein thinking about body weight before? I don't understand the question. I drink zero fat milk these days when I drink it at all, Sam. So not reduced, we do fat free. Hey, Nanny, this is a fitness channel. Could you stick to fitness topics or I will be putting you in timeout? Okay. All the live streams, it's fitness only. It's not fitness related. We don't put it in here. Do you see the name of the channel? It says Jason Blaha's Strength and Fitness. Hey, Carol, because you don't calculate calories based upon your body weight. You calculate calories based upon what the scale is doing. I don't know who that is, Ted. Come on, Ted, fitness channel. Yeah, I mean, Simba says everyone knows I'm on a bike, right? Well, I told you guys know we're on a bike. We repeat, we're on a bike. That's what we do. Pretty straightforward, guys. It's pretty self-explanatory. Because it's actually crazy, coach, because the calculators are over my maintenance, but with the protein overfeeding has been losing weight, seriously doubting about calculators. Why are you doubting calorie in, calorie out? I've done videos on protein overfeeding and what it does with calories out. Okay. No, I think that you don't understand calories in, calories out. There's nothing wrong with a calorie in, calorie out model. I mean, it's pretty much proven. It's about as close as you're going to get to a fact in terms of that area. So you're doing something that is dramatically changing your calories out through thermic effect and nutrient partitioning, right? Which has been demonstrated in the lab all the time. So your TDEE, your calories out, is not a fixed number. What you eat affects it. So literally on one diet, this has been demonstrated in the lab. So at a certain exact type of food, a person could literally have a 2,200 calorie out, and you can change what they eat, and the next day they'll put out 3,500 calories. It's been done in the lab. Nothing changed. Like the theory holds. If you do something that makes your calories out go up dramatically, it's calories in, calories out. So the calorie in, calories out is an explanation for what's happening. It's not a method. It's not really a theory. It's just how the human model works with that. Great information, coach. Thanks for the knowledge. So again, when someone says calories in, calories out, it doesn't work because of X or Y, but they're straw manning the calorie in, calorie out. Their straw manning calorie in, calorie out is calorie out only, or calorie in only. They're not factoring in the calorie outside. Their idea is that if I eat 2,000 calories of anything, that is going to produce the same effect. Well, that's not true. What you eat affects the calorie out on energy level, NEAT, hormonal responses, the thermic effect on coupling proteins. So remember, your maintenance at any given time is based upon what you are eating too. I prefer morning workouts if possible. I wouldn't say I ever had a strict 9 to 5 with any of my corporate jobs. Like I never actually had something like work 40-hour a week set schedule. I don't think I've ever really had that because when I worked sales, it was rotating days. It was different start times. A lot of my contract work was every day. My corporate job with Cameron was 12 hours Monday through Friday with some Saturdays. So, it was a 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. p.m. type thing. So I prefer morning generally. Pound for pound, who are better athletes, rugby players? I don't know. I don't think you can quantify that. NFL has a larger pool. Right? Yeah, me too. Get it done with limit time for excuses. There you go. There you go, man. Yeah, right. I struggle with weight training in the mornings as I don't feel fueled. If I ate more in the evenings, would it carry over? Probably. I train in the morning fasted. I haven't even had breakfast yet. It's 11 a.m. I haven't eaten yet. So I ran 5 miles fasted this morning, did some abs already on my bike. I do all my training fasted. Yeah, your food in the evening should carry over once you're used to it. Played any sports like competitively? No, no, not really. Unless we count a few shooting comps here and there. The shooting sports count? Okay, yeah. So I've done some long range rifle comps. I've done like some steel handgun challenges. So like the last little steel challenge, it was 2 out of 3 eliminations. It was great because my first round I eliminated a current police officer who had been infantry in the army. I knocked him down in 2 rounds out of the 3 straight up. He didn't get to go to a third. So I'm reasonably proficient. All right. So steel challenges, if you don't know, it's like it's on a tree. You know, things where you knock the steel plates back and forth on each side. And pretty much as soon as all of your plates are on the opponent's side when they get tipped over, um, you they're eliminated. Or if you both run completely out of ammo, whoever has the most on their side is eliminated. So usually, as they're pinking them over, you're trying to ping them back and hit them down the road, back and forth. They're usually over in about 7 or 8 seconds to 10 seconds each round. Do you find that lifting improves your performance? Improves your performance at everything. Coach is sunflower oil good? So why are you consuming oils at all? I don't recommend you consume oils. I mean, as far as oils go, it would be a better one, but it's still adding oils to foods probably isn't ideal. If I remember correctly, you lost a lot of muscle mass. Yes, I did. Did you increase your protein intake afterwards? I don't remember. I mean, I ate a lot of protein, yes, Carol. But I mean, I lost 100 pounds again. Um, I got really fat while I was sick. What's your highest 10 rep squat on camera ever? I would need to check. I want to say maybe, so you want kilos or pounds? It was around 430 or 440, something, roughly 200 kilograms. But I've done that on camera like before, a few years back. It was in sleeves though, that doesn't really count. Like cheater sleeves, man, for rep work. You guys know what I'm talking about. When you have those SBD sleeves and you're doing reps and you're just bouncing off of them like a pillow. So it's definitely reps. It's such a cheat. It is like squatting into a pillow. I find they do personally because it's just that ability to rebound repeatedly. You lose less energy. I haven't heard anything from Ian in a year probably, so no updates at all. Yeah, Frederico, I don't want to go on record telling people to consume oils in general. How about I just leave it there? I don't want to be able to have someone quote me in a soundbite of telling people that I'm endorsing them drinking oils or cooking with them in general, if I can avoid it. Is that fair? I already get enough hate, and I don't need something like that taken out of context of me creating a hypothetical where it's okay. Because then Jason Blaha supports cooking with oils. You see what I mean? I don't need that sort of backlash. I have enough problems. No, when I took the belt off, I lost a little, but the upper body strength is held. I've lost a little on squatting, but I also went belt. I'm going to put the belt back on tomorrow. I think the beltless squatting and deadlifting is not objectively great for me. Like, no one cares about it. It's not going to help me in any strength sport. They allow you to wear a belt. I'm just going to throw it back on. But no, I don't think that I have, no. I mean, this week I straight up did rep work with 315 on the bench. What do you mean? I don't program it. I run. I just get out and run. I mean, I have stuff I'm doing with it, which you guys see it. So are you asking what it looks like? You can look at all of it yourself. It is all public. My run times, my average run times, my distances, it's all publicly available data. I log all of it with apps. So if you just want to see what I'm doing, because I've been doing it 3 weeks. I started running 3 weeks ago after over 20 years of not running. So essentially I started by just adding time and distance every day. Now I'm cutting the run times, are just dropping just from running. I was doing 7 days, so now I'm just trying to run for minimum of 5 miles, 50 minutes to an hour on my non-lifting days. I've already covered why I started running again, like numerous times. I've made whole videos and statuses. Because you need to be able to run. If you were fit and you can't run, you have no business calling yourself an athlete. I got called on that. And normally most criticism against me is nonsense. I feel like that was one of the very few pieces of very valid criticism I got. And I stepped up to the challenge because people are right. If you can't run, you're an unfit piece of shit. Just straight up. Let's just call it. You're not an athlete. Period. I got called on that. And, I said, I used to be a runner. They're right. Let's start running. Let's just get real fit. Let's usually get super fit. So now I clear over 5 miles all 4 of my non-lifting days. Early in the morning, I log it, and then I log all the data. I'm just going to keep improving at it. I think you need to be careful with underhand grip rows. They're not as bad if you're standing. I do not recommend you pin lay them. That's a good way to tear a bicep. Do not underhand pin lay row. Is 2 to 3 eggs per day too much? I don't know without seeing your blood work. For plenty of people, it's 0 problems. For some people, if your LDL goes up, then it's bad. Without you having comparative blood work, I can't answer that. Make sense, Sam? For some people, they can eat 6, 8 eggs every day. Perfect LDL. Therefore, there's 0 problems for them. Because overall, there's a lot of benefits to eggs. But if you're eating 2 or 3 eggs a day and your LDL-C is coming back at 102, 103, it's clearly a problem. Hey, great video on calling out influencers saying more than 5 reps is used to smaller exercises. Yeah, I think especially isolation work. You're just asking for muscle tears. Trying to do a concentration curl with 6 reps, or a skull crusher. Come on. Dude's got to be kidding. Yeah, I lift 3 times a week, Matt. I do full body 3 day a week right now. Yeah, feed me. We have to call them out on that. And I'm not saying low reps aren't great. Low reps can be amazing on big movements, right? Low reps can be super amazing on big movements. These are guys on machines and isolation work sometimes. Just stop. No. Now, I'll be the first to say working in the 1 to 5 rep range, 1 to 6 rep range on a big barbell movement. Hey, Matt, think about how silly that question is. So my question would be, Matt, do you know what TRT is? Based upon the question, I don't think you actually know what that word means. Not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying, to ask someone who is on TRT, are they still on TRT, tells me you probably don't actually know what that word means. Like you're not familiar with the medical term. Like, do you think people just stop TRT and everything's okay? They just tell their doctor, hey, let's just turn it off. Let's see what happens. Like, that's pretty fucking stupid. You know what I mean, dude? Yeah, I don't think it's wise, no. Why would they come off of it? And here's the next question. So here's the next thing I would think is strange. Why do people, and this is not even about me, why do people in the fitness world feel like it's appropriate to ask other human beings what their medical doctors prescribe them? To ask complete strangers. Like, I know you guys can't be Americans because in the US, that is such a taboo to ask people, strangers, hey, you know, what prescriptions do you get from your doctor? Can I get your medical records? You know what I mean? Because it's not like TRT puts muscle on you or anything particularly. So it's not really that sort of question, is it? What are you going to gain? 2 pounds of muscle from TRT? 1.5 pounds? You know? So it really isn't that. So it's so strange though that people, no, but I'm aware of that. But you see my point. So let's set aside me. So I just said, you missed a part. I said, this isn't about me. So let's cut back to that assumption. In general, people ask all the time, fitness people, if they're on TRT, as if that's appropriate. I get it. That's why let's make it not about me, because I've been open about it. But in the past, I think maybe I shouldn't be open about it anymore. But that being said, why do people think that it's appropriate to ask people what their doctors prescribe them? Like, do you walk up to every old person and ask them, hey, does your doctor prescribe you insulin? I mean, it's PED, right? Like, so do you go ask every old person you meet, hey, do you get an insulin prescription? Hey, did your doctor prescribe you a statin? Like, how's your cholesterol? You see what I mean? It's at that level of question. No, Daniel, again, it's not about me. I'm noting that people do this to everybody online. Like, I see it all the time. That they think that this is an appropriate question. It really isn't. You know, like, you don't have a right to know other people's medical histories, like complete strangers. Any diet tips for someone who works outside in the heat? Hydration. Lots of fluids, sodium, potassium, obviously, big deal. You need to stay hydrated. Lots of electrolytes. Obviously, plenty of carbohydrates because you're physically active out in the heat. Carbs are your friend. So Daniel, I was making the point, it's not really about me. I'm just making a note of that because I've wanted to make several videos on that topic of that trend of people doing that. Like, this is the one industry where people think that it's okay. Let's see, Daniel, no, they haven't been. They really haven't been, Daniel. So, But this is probably enough of this for today, though. I'm going to go ahead and wind it down. I feel like we got plenty done. I'm going to have a really good training session, so I don't want to cardio myself into the ground. So I think we'll wind it down. I love you guys. Let me hop out of Facebook first. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow.